Your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Larry Maxson.
Here we go, Christian Gentry. Adorezen Freeman ready for our first ever junior MMA bout here at AKA 29. Probably the, I'm not sure Larry's big enough to hold this fight together if something does get out of hand here. But Larry Maxson in there to be your referee for this one.
This is just so awesome. See, I mean, they're both throwing their hands like they know exactly what they're doing. I've seen, you know, grown men look worse than this. So this is pretty cool. And what kind of great experience it is to be able to step in the cage and really, you know, put your skills on the line in front of a crowd at such an early age. Well, these guys are looking to, you know, be very comfortable here in the cage when they get older.
And that's such a good point, Victoria, because it's not just the actual reps of getting in there and throwing hands. It's the rep of walking down and hearing the fans cheer one time and getting that first ever adrenaline rush. You know, those things that you can only get inside the cage. And right now, Freeman and Gentry getting a chance to get those at such a young age. Nice kick right up the middle by Freeman, who is in the black, by the way. Gentry in the white shirt. 30 seconds left in this opening round.
Gentry had a good flurry there at a few moments ago, and he's just settling into it. You know, as fighters, we've got to learn to just kind of take it calmly, even though we're connecting with our hands. But that's something he's going to learn here in the cage. He looks good right now, and so does his opponent.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Freeman throwing a very nice combination out right there. He's got some swag with it as well, bouncing around as he throws punches. There's a huge shot from Gentry. First knockdown of the fight, and it's at the end of round number 1. It belongs to Christian Gentry. There's some fireworks for you. It really looked like Freeman was starting to get comfortable as well. He was kind of, you know, bobbing and weaving and shaking the shoulders a little bit, and then Gentry stuck him and knocked him down.
Yeah, he definitely gave him, you know, showed him why he needs to respect what's in front of him. That's pretty cool to be able to say at such a young age, you've knocked someone down with your right hand. How cool is that?
Well, I remember I got into a fight when I was like 12 years old, and the kid across the street punched me in the nose, and then he ran all the way home, and I didn't get a chance to finish it off. So we'll never know. Well, no run in here between these two, Freeman and Gentry. They're going right at it.
They're in each other's face. Both of them are looking pretty good. I think both of their corners have got to be pretty proud of them in that opening round. Now, just to explain to those watching, I don't think they could take each other down that round. I think right now they're taking off the gear so that they can move into the second round. Is going to be more, or it's going to be grappling. And I don't think that they can hit each other in the same way that you would see on, you know, UFC. I don't think they're going to be able to hit each other at all here, if I remember the rules for junior MMA correctly.
So it's kind of like what they've been doing with one championship where they'll have the mixed rules bouts. It's kind of a rare thing, but it does happen occasionally. We've got that right here. We had your no takedown striking there in round number 1. Now we'll get to it with the grappling.
All right, starting them out back to back, so we're already on the ground.
Like a old-timey shootout here, old Western shootout. So round number 2 between Freeman and Gentry.
It looks like he pulled guard there a little bit. That's fine. Well, I mean, here where you can't strike somebody, you know, Gentry's got to be really careful not to get submitted with anything.
And Freeman's searching for a triangle potentially.
Yeah, he's looking to break his opponent down. He's got that arm. He's going to look to push it through his legs and set up a triangle if he can. But Gentry's doing a pretty good job of controlling here and staying postured up so that Freeman can't take advantage of that.
Imagine he just drops an elbow on him.
Now, you won't be able to do that for some years before he'll be able to drop some elbows.
45 seconds left to go in round number 2.
It'll be interesting to see how they'll score this. You know, Gentry obviously is in the more dominant position, but his opponent is definitely going for more subs. There's not a whole lot of subs you can do in somebody's guard. So he really needs to look to pass here, but he doesn't have a lot of time. Very short rounds.
Inside 30 seconds to go now. You can see A moment ago, Freeman trying to attack that right arm of Gentry to no avail.
And honestly, you know, not being able to strike somebody here really gives Freeman a lot more liberty to look for those submissions because he's not afraid of getting hit here. And that's the end of the round.
Yeah, and it kind of makes it difficult from the top because you're not able to soften your opponent up either, right? So that dominant top position that you have in MMA doesn't, you know, it's not quite as dominant here in a grappling match. So 2 rounds in the books between Freeman and Gentry, and I believe that's going to be it.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's hear from both of these fantastic young men. It takes a lot of courage to step in here before a big crowd like you guys.
And I have to say, I do like this for junior MMA. I don't necessarily think that they should go out there and have an amateur MMA bout. I like that they're able to kind of test their skills in the stand-up and test their skills in the grappling and be done with it.
Larry Maxson, we are going into sudden death overtime. We are going to have a winner here tonight, so we're going to have one more round between these 2 brawlers to kick things off here at AKA 29.
Curious to see how this is going to go. It looks like they may be putting the gear back on. I'm not sure.
They've both stepped outside of the cage here. Yeah, it looks like they're putting them back on. So they'll get them.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Ready to go here again. Larry Maxson coming over to check on everything.
When people hear junior MMA, you know, they probably don't know what to think. And they probably, you know, have this vision. I've seen a lot of people kind of get upset at the thought of kids coming into the cage and doing something like this. But I think this is really the best way to do it. They've got all the gear on. You know, they're not hitting, you know, bare shins upside somebody in the noggin or anything like that. And probably like the safest way that you can do it.
Well, and also think at this age they're not throwing knockout shots, right? There's not the power that's gonna, you know, board somebody up and put them on the ground for a while. So I think that risk is not quite as big here at the junior level, at least in my opinion. Now there is obviously outliers. You know, there's some kids that are giant at 12 years old, so they do have that power, but I don't think you're gonna see that a whole lot. So a 3rd and final round here. I'm assuming we're going back to the all striking rules once again. Well, really exciting for these youngsters to come out here and have their opportunity. And what a card we have after this, though. I mean, we are loaded from the beginning. Next up will be Ashton Bilbo and Mike Gaines. That'll be a striking exhibition as well between those 2 at the bantamweight ranks.
All right, here we go. Last pep talk from the coach.
Gentry is off the stool. Freeman's ready to roll. Sudden death. And I'm not sure exactly what criteria we're scoring on here. Maybe a knockdown gets it done for you in this final round.
I'm not sure. It seems that Larry was giving them some sort of instructions just now. Christian's being very aggressive.
A nice jab there from Gentry a moment ago. Freeman returns with one of his own.
A little swag there for that kick. Nice
really,
body kick from Gentry.
You know, really good head movement from Freeman being at such a young age, you know, trying to keep the head moving, changing his angles.
Yeah, he's got pretty good footwork for his age.
But
Gentry is just staying on him, but he's answering back. It's not a one-sided fight.
This is a great fight, Victoria. It really is. As soon as it feels like Gentry's getting some momentum, you see Freeman land an uppercut right up the middle, searching for another uppercut. Some cheeky angles from Freeman at times.
And we have Freeman kind of switching stances a lot, which is not something you see until you get to the higher levels. Gentry's got to be careful running in so he didn't get turned around, because those are the punches that really hurt when you are not facing your opponent.
It's always the ones you don't see coming, right?
Yeah. It seems like they both want it. That's what's so cool about this, to see them both come out here.
Yeah, the heat getting turned up at the end of this sudden death round. I don't know who's going to win this. We'll let Larry Maxson take care of that.
I don't think we had sudden death, but they both put on a great display tonight.
Good stuff. Adorezen Freeman and Christian Gentry, 115-pound bout here in the junior MMA ranks. Fun way to get AKA 29 off and rolling.
The replay here. Those big kicks. A couple of straights from Freeman. Leg kick. That was that good. Jab to an uppercut. That was pretty nice. And then a back fist.
And you can see just creating angles
Very
there. Like, I mean,
combinations, good
really
angles.
impressive stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fantastic junior mixed martial arts action, we are going to the decision. Both of these young men came in showing heart, tenacity, and toughness. Only one can have his hand raised as the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this junior MMA bout, fighting in the blue corner, Adorezen Freeman.
So there you go, Adorezen Freeman able to celebrate for the first time in the MMA cage. That won't go on any official records, I don't think, but what a great time we had watching these two youngsters throw hands and do a very good job of that, Victoria.
Yeah, and certainly both of them have plenty of reason to be proud. We've always got to declare a winner. That's how the sport goes. Someone always wins, someone always loses. Hopefully both of them walk away having learned a lot from this experience, and I think we'll see these two back in the cage sometime in the future.
Well, when they watch it back, they both should be very proud of themselves. That was a great effort from Freeman and Gentry.